YouTube? This is TheSuperzemus, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Alright, viewers, last time we made it out of Baron Castle, and, well, they're not gonna let us back in until we finish our mission. Whatever. It's not like I wanted to be there anyway. But it's come to that part of the LP that you all know and love, viewers! Tutorials! Yay! Don't worry, I'll try to make it as brief as possible, but it's gonna be a little bit more stuff I need to go over. But, well, anyway, let's start. Item magic, pretty obvious. Don't you really go into depth with that. Now, as you can see, when we open up the equipment here, we have, well, 5 slots. Right hand, left hand, head, body, and arms, alright? Now, notice on, right below, the portrait of the character, in this case, Cain, notice on the portrait, you have their name, and then left hand, or if we go into Cecil, if we go with Cecil, you see right hand. There are three different possibilities with that. Right hand, or left and right both. Essentially, what that means is that the hand you see, like in this case right hand, that is their dominant hand. So, Cain is a lefty. So yeah, what you do is you can only equip weapons in their dominant hand. So, in this case, in the other hand, their non-dominant, they'll hold their shield. So that's how that works, right? Then you see to the right of the portrait and left of the equipment slots, you have a sword, a shield, and a black ball there. The sword signifies your attack power, the shield signifies your defense, and that black ball represents your magic output, so how strong your magic attacks will be. That's that, so pretty simple there, but we're going to be going back and forth through stats and equipment, because to show you, essentially what that all plays into. So that will play into something. But now we go into the stats screen. HP, MP, experience, next level, all that pretty easy. Let's go over the the stats themselves, alright? So as you can see, we have 5 stats. Strength, agility, vitality, wisdom, and will. Strength helps with your attack power. Agility, on the other hand, remember these terms for later, viewers. Agility, basically when you're in battle, it makes your ATB gauge fill up faster. That's a term you need to remember, ATB. So remember that term. The other term you don't want to remember is multipliers. Agility helps with your multipliers, your attack defense and magic defense multipliers. So remember all those terms for later. I'll be coming back to them this episode. So vitality helps with your defense. Wisdom helps helps with your black magic, and will helps with your white magic. So wisdom and will also go hand in hand for magic defense. So remember that too. So yeah, let's go over this. On the right side, we have attack, attack percent, defense, defense percent, magic defense, and magic defense percent. The attack is, well, your strength, obviously. Defense is how well you can take a hit. Magic defense is how well you can take a hit with magic. So yeah, that's what all that signifies. So, as you can see, now the percentage ones, though, attack percentage is your hit rate, how likely you are to hit your target. So, Cain will basically always, even though it says 99%, it basically means 100%. Cain will always hit his target. Defense percent is how well you can dodge. Cain, as you can see, not really good at dodging, so there we go. And magic defense, I don't exactly think you can dodge magic. So I think magic defense, if I remember correctly, would be how well you can tank magic. So tanking, you know, and all that. So yeah, how well you can tank the magic. So that's magic defense percentage. Those are all the percentages. Now look at attack defense and magic defense without the percentage. As you can see, in between that and the number, there's a multiplier there. So attack 2 times, defense 1 times, and magic defense 0 times. Essentially, what that is Well, your multipliers. Remember, I told you to remember that term for later? Well, now we're going to go over these. Multipliers, essentially, what they do is take that stat of yours, let's go with the attack, 13, multiply that by 2, you have 26. So, multipliers are needed in this game. They are obscene. So yeah, make sure to pay good attention to your multipliers, because they will help you out very, very much. Remember the multipliers. That is very important. And also remember all these stat numbers when you're equipping weapons and armor. Don't just equip... So let's go back to the equipment here. If we equip a better... Say Cain was a magic user, alright? And we equip a spear on him. So as you can see, his attack would be really good. However, his magic would be very bad. So if Cain was a magic user, which he's not, but if he was, you'd want to equip a staff or a spear on him. Or not spear, sorry, staff or a rod on him. That way, even though his attack power is lower, his magic is upped. So yeah, you want to remember that. When you're equipping stuff, always equip. Go, first check your stats, then go to your, menu, equip, and then go to the stats to see if it boosts the stats you want. In Cain and Cecil's, not, with your physical attackers, it's not gonna matter too much, because, most weapons would be, all you really want to do is boost their attack power. You don't really want to care about Wisdom and Will, but mainly, this is mainly for magic users. Make sure to find the best weapons that will increase their wisdom and will. So yeah, you want to pay attention when you're equipping. Don't just equip for for attack and defense power. Equip in knowledge of all your stats. Like, I won't say who, but later in the game there is someone who is a whip user. So, but she's also a magic user. So, you want to get rid of that whip and give her a rod so her wisdom is boosted. Or her will, depending on who that person is. So yeah, that's how you want to handle that. So whip's not that good. So yeah, that's about everything. One more thing I want to go over is what boosts your attack multipliers. Yeah, what boosts these multipliers? Are they just gonna be that same number forever, or? Well, this is how it works. For every 4 strength you get 1 attack power added. And for every 8 strength, you get another attack multiplier. So, if I get 8 more strength, Cain's attack multiplier would be 3. Then, agility, this is where it really helps with your multipliers. For every 8 agility, you get 1 defense multiplier. For every 16 agility, you get 1 attack multiplier. And for every 32 agility, you get 1 magic defense multiplier. So yeah, agility is very good for boosting your multipliers. And for vitality, for every 2 vitality you have, you get 1 defense multiplier. So yeah, when you're equipping weapons and everything, make sure that it boosts stats, so that way they can also, not only do they affect wisdom and will, but they also affect your multipliers. So remember to pay attention to that when you're equipping, because you want to get more multipliers to make it better for you. So anyway, and then wisdom and will go hand in hand when they're boosting their multipliers. So for every 8 wisdom and will points you have, just add wisdom and will together, and that's your total number you want. So for every 8 wisdom and will you have, you get 1 magic defense percentage, and for every 32 wisdom and will, you get 1 magic defense multiplier. So that's how that happens. So, and that is about all I want to go over for my stats, right? Is that it? Yes it is. So yeah, that's my stat talk, viewers. So, basically what I'm trying to say, make sure you pay attention to what you equip on your characters. Don't just go equip because it's the best attack power. No, pay attention to the stats when you equip that weapon. So anyway, 2 more things I want to go over. Form and change. Now, form is essentially moving the characters to different parts in the party. So, yeah, we get 5 party members in total in one, you get 5 party members in one party at a time. So yeah, really good there. So form just changes it around, but change is another story. It changes your front row and back row. Now, remember this for later viewers. It's not that pertinent right now, but for later, remember, magic users go in the back, attackers go in the front. So, also, when you're changing rows, there are 2 possibilities. You can either have 3 in the front row and 2 in the back row, or 2 in the front row and 3 in the back row. So yeah, remember that for later when you're just changing around, because you'll, maybe eventually in the game, you'll have more magic users than physical attackers, or you'll have more physical attackers than magic users. So remember this change, it's very important. So for right now, since Cecil and Kane are attackers, I want to leave them in the front row. So with that, that's pretty much the menu, and also if you press the R button, you can switch your character sprite from Kane, Cecil, Kane, Cecil. As you go on through the game and get more party members, you can just change that up as you go. So it can be anybody that's in your party, you can have them as your sprite. But I like Cecil, just cause. So with that, that's all of that. So one more thing I want to go over, and that is the battle system of the game. This is the first game, not only in the series, but in history, to use the ATB, which is Active Time Battle. So yeah, it is personally my favorite battle system ever, so I really enjoy Active Time Battle. It leaves you on your toes, keeps you thinking, and everything. So anyway, as we can see, we have, if you go into your item, if you go into item menu or magic menus, the enemies won't attack you. But anyway, as you can see, we have, certain characters have different abilities. Like, Kane here has jump. Eventually, we'll have magic users for black and white magic. Eventually, there's going to be, like, stuff like sing, build up, stuff like that. Stuff like that. Kick. Yeah, very, very... So, each character has their own set of skills that they can use. Kane has jump, and what that does is you jump in the air any moment now, and it takes a little bit longer, but you deal extra damage. Yeah. So, and then you can fight, pretty obvious. And then you also have parry. If you press the right button, you do parry. And essentially, that's defend. It also is pretty much, even though it's basically defend, you mainly use it just to pass your turn. Because, eventually, yeah, you're going to want to pass your turn. And then there's one more thing. If you press left, change. That works the same way as it does in the menu. What it does is you switch back rows. So, back front row. So yeah, back front row. Just change your rows there. So anyway, let's kill these imps now. Yeah, so that's how it essentially works. And let me get into one more battle. Get gold and experience. So yeah, let's get into one more battle. As we can see here, we have eagles. All right. I think they can. What is it? Gradual petrify you. I don't know. But also, viewers, even though you don't see it, each party member and enemy has their own ATB gauge. And what an ATB gauge is your active time battle gauge. What that does, or active time bar, I guess you could say. But, essentially what that is that, as your gauge fills up, then you can take your turn. So, Kane's filled up, Cecil now filled up, so now I can use him. So yeah, that's how that works. And with agility, remember I told you to remember ATB for later. Agility, the more agility you have, the faster your ATB gauge will fill up. So you can take your turn faster. Yeah, no more turn-based, it's just active time battle. So, and one more thing I want to go over, if you press L and R at the same time, you can run away from battle. But, if you do, most of the time you are going to lose, your gold. Now, it's only if that's the reason why you don't want to run, that's not a reason why you don't want to run. It's only like a negligible amount. So, as you can see, I have 330 right now. I only lose like maybe 20 gold at the most. So, yeah, it's very negligible, not a reason to run. But, alright, that takes care of my stats and tutorial lessons. So, that's all, viewers. Let's explore the town of Baron. Oh, alright. Well, I already gave you a tutorial, but if you want to have it, there's a training room right here, and just talk to people, and they'll tell you what you can do. Yeah. saves, pretty much. Oh, and here we have a little guy that his name is known as Namingway, or Namingway. I call him Namingway. But what Namingway does is you can change your name. I'm not going to do that because I like my names as they are. But if you want to, you can. Yeah, I never use Namingway. No matter in any version of the game, I never use Namingway. It's just, why would you change your name? These are the defaults. Defaults are best, viewers. At least in my opinion. Huh, alright, well, remember that for later. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna talk to everyone, move out of the town, and then I'm gonna hunt for all the treasure. Huh. Alright, if you say so. But cool, because I am cool, that's why. Get out of my way. Hello. What? Whoa, 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 put that thing away. Whoa. Whoa. Does it have a point? No. No, it does not. Frickin' dancers. I swear. They just annoy me, viewers, that's all. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Huh. Alright, well, remember that for later. But first, we want to go through a secret passage here, and we go through the trees. He just came out of the trees, man. Came out of the trees, and, if you start walking and you, like, hit a bump like I do, I can't move forward, it's essentially, that's a secret treasure there. So you want to look around, viewers. So I think it's right here. You get a life. The heal I just got is essentially the remedy and that I talked about at the last episode. And the life is essentially your Phoenix down. It restores you if you're dead. And we get another heal. Alright. Alright, let's go back inside Baron and we'll hunt for more treasure. First, let's talk to even more people now. Huh. Well, I don't know, but I did. I took advantage of the dark sword. Well, you know, have your reasons, but, huh. Wow, Sid, you really are addicted to this stuff. Buoyancy. Huh. New engine, whoa, what? I don't even know, viewers. Ouch! I always like doing that for some reason in every Final Fantasy that, well, has that, but touch the fire and you get hurt. Touch the fire and you get burned. Anyway, yeah, we can't go through here. It's locked. Can't do anything about it. What's in here? Oh, well, I would assume so. I'm sure I can take it. What's the worst that'll possibly happen? Alright. Okay then, I guess I can't take it. Oh well. Fine, I'll believe you the next time you tell me something's sealed. Here we have the item shop here. That's essentially what the jar is. I could buy stuff from this guy, but I don't really want to. Alright, here we have the inn. And, over here is the weapon and armor shop. Shields the armor, swords the weapon. So, but we can't do anything about it because it's locked. Now, viewers, remember, check the pots because there can be treasure in it. I'll just, get the ones that I know, but, if I'm ever looking in pots, well, it's essentially because I'm paranoid that something might be in there. You're playing this game for so long, you start getting paranoid that treasure's in pots. What do you mean I'm not a bad guy. Well, there is one I know. Talk to the swords here, and we get into this little place with, a few treasures. Nothing really that great, but, you know. Oop. Get over here. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you like that. Alright! Free of charge! Alright! Even though I didn't really buy anything there. Oh well. Alright, let's get out of here. Wait, did I get that one pot? I did get that one pot, right? Yeah, I did. Sorry, viewers. See, it's already beginning. I already feel paranoid. Alright, and we go in here, and this is the final house in the area, and this is Rosa's mother's house. Look on the cabinet here, we get an ether that basically restores your MP. Yeah, awful. But we kind of got over that. Oh well. Nah. Alright, we got a tent. What do you mean I can't bring Rosa into this? Man, I could have. I would like some more party members. Alright, one more thing I want to do before I go is I want to go down these stairs over here. Whee! Waterfall. And thankfully, unlike Final Fantasy III, you do not get hurt going under waterfalls. Alright, and here we have a tent, and over here is another tent. Wow, we're getting... How many tents do I have now? Oh, I already have 5. Wow. Alright then. So, now what I'm gonna do is... You know, why don't I go rest up at the inn? Just go rest up at the inn, and we'll be on our way to Misty Valley. Alright. Why don't I show off what the, little jingle they have for the inn? Yeah, 50 gold, that's not too bad. Betty buy time. Now, I could buy stuff at... Sorry, viewers, I remember I was gonna show you that, and you probably wouldn't be able to hear it if I talked over it. But anyway, yeah, I could buy stuff at the item shop, but I don't really have to because you find so much stuff outside Baron. So, let's see, I did get everything that I wanted, right? Yes, and yes! Alright, I got everything I want, viewers. So, let's get on out of here, and let's head over to the, what is it? The Misty Valley. But first, see this, little, forest here that's like in a circle? You go in here, Chocobo Forest! Now, most of the time, viewers, there's going to be something in the Chocobo Forest, like... here it is. Found a carrot, yeah. I think all Chocobo Forest has one of those, so... Oh, here's an interesting Chocobo. It's white. And if you talk to the white Chocobo, your MP recovers, so that's a good way of healing. And here we have a regular Chocobo, but first, I want to go over one more thing. Smells like Chocobo. If we use that carrot... Fat Chocobo Big Chocobo, sorry. Nah, I might still call it Fat Chocobo, but Fat Chocobo makes his return. So, yeah, just like Final Fantasy III, it's your storage system. You can give life, ether there, and you can take it back, so... That's how that works. I don't usually use it as much in this version of the game. Later versions of the game, I do use it more. But in this version, I don't really use the Fat Chocobo that much, so... Oh well. So, all we have to do now is we get a Chocobo. All you have to do is just talk to it, so... And yay, we go... The good thing about Chocobos is just like every other version of the game... Well, yeah, every other version, but every other Final Fantasy that has Chocobos, you go around, go faster, and you don't encounter enemies, so... And it has a pretty sick theme, I tell ya. I love the Chocobo theme. But here we are at Misty Valley, but I want to finish off the Chocobo theme. I like it. Okay, that's good. That's enough. Yep, just press A and you get rid of him, but... Alright, so we made it to the Misty Valley, but... How hard is the beast that it guards the Misty Valley? And what's in the package? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. This is TheSuperzemus, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.